5 years ago, and there were hundreds of attempts to use my webcam that I'd never used because Skype wasn't around then. They are using them. Look at the public schools watching the kids at home with them. It's a power grab. Stop being naive, folks.
And when we're talking about the mainstream media being controlled and being in bed with the government, you know this, you guys know this, Dave and Alex, but the CIA was admitted and has been uncovered in congressional hearings back in 1975, where they were caught and admitted paying the major editors, major reporters, the major heads of all major media under the table, cash, $1 billion a year in today's
Operation Mockingbird. We're out of time. David, I would imagine you want to do 5 more minutes with Mark on the other side. Let him finish, then get into your pro-Second Amendment good news, and you've got the pedophile breaking news coming up. I'm going to let David just take over, or I'll interrupt, because he's got so much news to cover. David Knight, I'll be back tomorrow in studio, 11 a.m. Mark Dice coming back up, markdice.com. I'm Alex Jones with Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. And remember, buying products at InfoWarsStore.com helps fund our whole operation here. So InfoWarsStore.com, some amazing pro-Second Amendment T-shirts there and more. Alex Jones here to tell you about how you can help spread liberty worldwide while also enjoying what I have found to be the best tasting 100% organic coffee on the planet. For more than a decade, my favorite coffee has come from the high mountains of southern Mexico, where the Chiapas farmers grow their unique shade-grown Arabica beans. We have now managed to secure these sought-after beans in a highly customized blend. Discover and try a bag of the Patriot Blend 100% organic coffee at InfoWarsLife.com. This coffee gives you a long, smooth pick-me-up for hours without the headaches and heartburn that so many other coffees give me personally. Hands down, this is my favorite coffee, and it's taken us years to secure connections directly to the Chiapas Mexican farmers. Drop by the site today, order a bag or two, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Available in original or with our Immune Support Infusion Blend. You will be supporting a free press, all the while enjoying a truly great-tasting cup of my favorite coffee. Available at InfoWarsLife.com. The facts are in. The studies are legion. Sodium fluoride and other toxic members of the fluoride family are devastating the health and cognitive ability of the American people. So why are the social engineers adding it to the water? Simple. Dumb down the host population that the parasitic technocracy is feeding on. We may not have been able to get fluoride out of the water supply yet, but we can help to get it out of our bodies. I am extremely excited to announce the exclusive InfoWars Life Fluoride Shield formulation, fusing 6 of the best documented ingredients from around the world to help the body remove not just toxic fluoride residues from the body, but a whole host of toxic substances. Let's take a stand against the globalists by blocking their poisons with Fluoride Shield. I use Fluoride Shield every day. Secure your Fluoride Shield and other pioneering formulations at InfoWarsLife.com today. Let's start cleansing our bodies now and support the Info War at the same time. That's InfoWarsLife.com. The globalist social engineers are not just targeting us with propaganda. They are manipulating our genetics. We are being targeted at every level by estrogen mimickers that lower our testosterone and other hormones and natural compounds that the body needs. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic super male vitality formula, sourced from powerful organic herbs and then concentrated for maximum potency. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose. For a limited time, we are offering 15% off Super Male Vitality at InfoWarsLife.com to introduce you to this powerful supplement. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality. InfoWarsLife.com. Introducing Pro One. All of your filtration in one system, portable, on the go. No more do you have 2 or 3 filters to just reduce sodium fluoride. You have a system that cuts out the sodium fluoride and up to 95% of hydrofluorosilicic acid. Advanced manufacturing technology combines silver-impregnated white ceramic with new Aquamedics advanced media for removal of fluoride and other heavy metals, all in one filter element. It is the only one that does it, and out of the gate, we have it discounted at 10% off with promo code WATER. This is the only system that in one unit helps reduce or remove pesticides. pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, ammonia, and chlorine, hydrofluorosilicic acid, the most common form of fluoride not covered by other fluoride filter brands, and sodium hexafluorosilicate. Get your Pro Pure with the new Pro One filters today at InfoWarsStore.com or by calling 888-253-3139.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Let's make this a year of action. That's what most Americans want.
Raising the debt ceiling does not increase our debt. Nobody is listening to your telephone calls.
The debate is settled. Climate change is a fact. And if people can't trust not only the executive branch, but also don't trust Congress and don't trust federal judges, then we're going to have some problems here.
What difference at this point does it make?
Everything is awesome.
Oh my gosh, I love this song.
Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight here in the studio, and we've got Mark Dice of MarkDice.com on the phone line. Now, Mark just had his YouTube channel taken down for a little over a day, and this is about a week after it was announced that Google was going to set up something they called super flaggers. They were going to give some government institutions. It was pointed out that in the UK, the government had a line in on this. They said it's about 200 individuals that they've given the authority to flag multiple videos at once, and paying a lot of attention to those special individuals who can take down videos whenever they want. And I guess one of the things that bothers us, we've been talking to Mark Dice about, is how much this looks like SOPA, CISPA, PIPA, ACTA, all of these different things that have been put forth by the Congress to shut down the internet. And of course, we see that also being repeated in the Trans-Pacific Partnership, TPP, this trade agreement, so-called trade agreement, that's being negotiated secretly by corporations and fast-tracked by the American government. But of course, senators and congressmen from our country, from other countries, are not allowed to see this trade agreement. But we've had some parts of it leaked by WikiLeaks. Very concerning, Mark. I think that when we see this happening, it looks very much like what we're all afraid of when we see these YouTube channels like yours taken down, like Kelly Blackwood's. You enter into this catch-22 situation where you don't get any warning that they're going to take it down. You don't get a chance to respond to the charges. They just take it down, and then you're in this catch-22 situation where you can't respond to them because they've shut down the lines of communication.
Yeah, and the Orwellian leadership often has a megalomania, and they come up with these ideas that they want to roll out onto the public. And if we didn't resist, if we didn't just stand up and push back, if we didn't talk about it and raise some awareness, we would already be in an Orwellian nightmare 100 times worse than what we're actually in. I mean, yes. We would have just books being deleted left and right. And let this be a lesson to them too, because when you're in the right, yes. I like to say, when with God for me, who dare be against me? Because they tried to shut me down. I'm doing the right thing. And guess what? I'm back and I'm more popular than ever. And the message is being spread even more. So not only did they fail in shutting me down, but they actually have helped me. I was trending on Facebook yesterday. My Twitter has been blowing up for over 24 hours. And so they tried to stop, and guess what? It just helped. But it's a battle, and it's a lot of stress, and we're all in a very dangerous position here. But everything that we've been reporting virtually has been for 10 years that InfoWars has been covering, that other alternative media, independent, non-Operation Mockingbird, CIA cash accepting people have been reporting, is now finally leaking into the mainstream about your webcams, about Congress being spied on, about the calls being recorded. I mean, virtually, these people need to be charged with just billions, literally, of Fourth Amendment violations. I mean, it's to the point where it's beyond Orwellian when we have smart televisions that have facial recognition systems, that have audio recognition capabilities that they can just activate remotely. And the tech companies, as you know, as InfoWars has been reporting, are literally in bed with these guys, I guess literally and figuratively, handing over the keys to the kingdom, to the encryption software, building in backdoors. The NSA architects and software engineers are literally working at these tech companies to create these backdoors into these systems. And it's beyond Orwellian. And if it weren't for people like Alex and you and others on the front lines, we would already be in a society where people are afraid to speak up. Many people are afraid to speak out, but it would be 10 times worse than it is right now.
Well, it's very important, and like you point out, it turned into a huge victory because it got picked up on Twitter, because your popularity, we put it on our site. Alex talked to them about it. Because of all this, it got unrolled. Now it's out there. Now more people know about you than ever before, and we've got some reports coming up about the Second Amendment. We see that in Delaware, of all places, and of course Mississippi, Georgia, even in Washington, we've got some very good news on the Second Amendment. This is a war. And this was just one battle. This battle now has been won in a big way. And I think it's very important that we take a look at this. Before I say goodbye, though, I want to ask you a quick question. You know, a lot of people have pointed out, I got a couple of emails and comments. People said, this happened on 3/22. And, of course, you cover the Illuminati a lot. You put any significance on that, the fact that it happened on 3/22?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, there are strange coincidences in the world, but it is quite an interesting coincidence if in fact it was. 322, for the audience who doesn't know, is the number of skull and bones, which refers to Genesis chapter 3, verse 22, about Adam and Eve eating the fruit of the knowledge, the tree of knowledge, good and evil, and obeying Satan, which is the philosophy of the Illuminati and the Luciferian elite. So
yeah, and of course they also want to say that, you know, well, we've become like God, right? That's what you hear all over, not only from Lucifer, but you hear that from Kurzweil, Ray Kurzweil. He wants to become God. He says he doesn't believe in God, not yet. You know, the implication is that he's going to become God. And that's genuinely what they believe. And of course, we also see world leaders who think that they're God, or at least act like they think they're God, don't we?
That's the secret of secrets. That's the royal secret of these secret societies. And with, you know, Ray Kurzweil, that could be one of the other reasons why my channel was shut down, is because I'm critical of Ray Kurzweil and the transhumanist goal, because these same corporations want to literally implant computer chips into your brain, as you know, as you've been reporting this, the neural interfaces, the BMI's brain machine interface, this transhumanist trend. Google's
they're coming out with that big time now. They've been researching this for a long time. We've been reporting this for a long time. Now they're trying to mainstream it. I did a report where the Wall Street Journal was talking to a philosopher, and he's a futurist, and he's talking about, oh, this is great. We're going to cure Alzheimer's and PTSD. All you need to do is have the chip implanted in your brain, and we can physically control you. They've been doing that with psychological efforts. They've been doing it with chemicals and drugs, and of course they've been doing it with now electronics. They're ready to roll this out to everybody, and just you know, take the chip and it's going to solve all your medical problems.
And those who don't are, whether it's in 10 years or 30 years, those who don't take it, those who don't want to have the eternal life here on planet Earth, now that the Illuminati establishment has restored the fallen state of mankind to our pre-Garden of Eden state, those who don't want to take this chip, those who don't want to take the life-enhancing technology, are going to be seen as suicidal terrorists.
Yes.
And it's going to be incredible to see how they deal with that, because they're going to say, wait, oh, you want to grow old and die? That's crazy. You're suicidal. You want death. No, we've solved the problem of death. Just plug this little device into your brain. Just go into the little Google hospital over here and, you know, get wired up. Everything will just be better once you do that.
We're going to see it even before then. We're going to see self-driving cars. If you don't want to get into a self-driving car and give up your right to move yourself around, put yourself under their total control, they're going to take care of you there too. Mark Dice, I'm glad this worked out. That's markdice.com. Take a look at his videos. He's even bigger now after they tried to shut him down. We'll be right back with breaking news about the Second Amendment.
In the last 50 years, iodine has been phased out of our staple foods and replaced with the halogen bromine, a practice now banned in nations around the world. Guess what else is in the halogen family? Fluoride. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Jones here. In 1924, the federal government did the right thing and encouraged salt producers to add iodine. It's the good halogen on the periodic table, and the results are on record. Reports documented a 15-point IQ increase in areas that had previously been deficient in iodine. Bottom line, iodine is important. Unbound, clean, in a glycerin base. Nascent iodine was the answer for myself and my family. You will find survival